Howdy y'all, welcome back to another modded Minecraft video. It's still kind of Feed the Beast, but not really. I have chucked the Feed the Beast launcher, just the update situation and all that. I just got rid of it. I took everything and kind of sent it over to use multi-MC to load in the newest version of Forge, and then updated most of the mods except for MFR. Haven't updated MFR. Be doing that real soon. But we're now on multi-MC using that to kind of keep our mods updated, because I've noticed that I got on and played the Mage Quest pack, and the Botania is like 40 updates behind. So yeah, I want to play, recent stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of stick to keeping them updated myself. So here we are in our Botania area. Man, I have done so much with this mod. Now, granted, I'm only able to do this so quickly because, I have all these resources. And it seems to be the way with most of these packs. These are not, hit the ground running sort of packs. I have I've played about a day maybe. And when I say a day, a day for me on Minecraft's, about 4 hours or so. Sunday, today is Monday, week of Christmas. And I was able to get one of these kind of set up. Now, the area I'm at really sucks. I have no flowers. I mean, I have devastated the foliage in that area to get flowers. And I've got enough for the golden blooms, most of them. I'm a few short. And I was able to make the hydrangeas also, but just one of these. And I mean, I had to go way out there, but that's another game and that's another pack. But here, of course, we have plenty, and let's take a look at some of this stuff. Now, I'm running, these are all completely full right now, and that problem I was having before where I couldn't see anything, that was probably the Forge version. That's gone now. So that's cool. Now I can see everything, makes things a lot easier. And what sucks is I did all this before I got this update. So what I had to do is, you see I'm carrying around this mana spreader. If I wanted to see what was in one of these things, I would have to put one down, break it with, chop. You need to use axe for these things. And then that would then allow me to see with the stuff is just all over the place here. Let me see. That's got to go there. That's got to go there. We'll put that there. Okay. Now I feel better. So let's take a look at some of the stuff we've got. We've got our portal to Elfenheim, I think it's called. This is really not a portal. I mean, of course, it doesn't. You can't go anywhere with it, but and it's all explained in the book. So when you make this thing, and of course, how to do all this stuff, everything is in the lexicon. I mean, I even added this right here just to kind of show you, because this is almost identical to what's in the book, except I'm using chisel blocks. So you can kind of space it out. Spacing is very important. The view is kind of weird in the book. It's kind of like this, so it's a little isometric, so it might fool the eye a little bit. But if you count these little blocks, it kind of shows you your spacing. That's the reason that I put it in here. And originally I didn't have it when I got it working. I didn't, but just for the sake of the video, so you can kind of see spacing. Because when I first did it, I thought I put them in line with this because that's the way it kind of looked in the book. But no, that was wrong. So this is more of a tool. This allows you to make the higher end items in the book that require elementium, I think it's called. Let's go in here. And if we go into... I still can't see the book. That's weird. I was hoping that was going to be fixed. I hadn't checked that. But if we go to Alphamancy and we go to Resources of Alfheim, you can go through here and kind of see what it trades. Like you take living wood, and that gives you the dream wood. So it's really a converter. 2 mana steel for a elementium, which that's a rip. Ender pearl for the pixie dust. So basically, it's a converter to the higher end stuff. You can get the glass, and I haven't messed with any of that yet. But that's what this does. You throw it in there, and like you can throw a whole stack of the pearls or diamonds or dreamwood or whatever you want through there, and they only come back one at a time. So if you throw a full stack, it'll take a little bit before they all come back. Just remember, don't throw anything through here that you don't know for sure that they're going to take, because if like you throw a diamond through there, not the mana diamond, they're just going to keep that. They're not going to throw it back to you. You got to make sure it's the right thing. But no big deal. So that's really what this is. It's just a converter. It gives you some of the items that you need to make the higher end elven stuff, like the do I have any visible? I don't think I do. I don't have any visible, but see, these are elven spreaders right here. Let's go ahead and turn this. These are elven mana spreaders. You have 3 different types of mana spreaders. Do I have them over here? Do I have some in my chest, y'all? I had some. Did I use them? Oh, I did. Okay. Let me go break this one over here. We'll talk about this in a little bit, what this is doing. This is a test area. But I want to kind of show you, if I can find them here. So here's one. Do I not have another? Looking for another elven mana spreader. This one's elven. That one's got. Oh, okay, I do. All right, in this mod. All right, these little boxes up here, these mana spreaders are kind of your. Let's think of this like a technological mod. These are your energy conduits. With your wand, you link them up to where you want them to go. I have them all going over to this mana distributor, and the mana distributor evenly takes the mana that's getting in it, puts it into these 4 mana pools. Okay, and then underneath each of these mana pools is another mana spreader that comes over here, and it keeps these mana pools going, which keeps this portal open. Now it takes a little bit to get it open the first time, but then you don't need too much to just keep it maintained. Even if you don't have it fueled up, it'll last for a while. But the mana spreaders, you're going to start off with one of these fellows right here, which is just a mana spreader. Okay. This is what you're going to start off. Really easy to make. It's this living wood and gold bar and I think any flour. Now you can see how far this thing kind of goes before it loses power by this little glowy dot right here. These don't take a lot of mana. I mean, they can't move a lot of mana, so this is like your lower tier spreader. Then you get up to your elven one once you're able to open your portal, and then you get your elven one. And these handle mana a lot better, and of course you can see it goes a lot further. All right, so it goes out a lot further. This spot right here, the mana actually goes out a little bit more, but this is where it starts losing it. You can get full power up to right here. That's what this means. All right, and it'll go out probably another, not the same amount, probably half as much, and then it just peters off. Now this is not shooting mana right now. This is just kind of showing you, because you can see these are empty. When you're holding your wand, it just kind of shows you where it's going and what it's linked up to. And then you get your Gaia mana spreader. Now you do have to fight the Gaia, and this guy is a son of a gun. I've seen some videos, and he's tougher than that now. I think he adjusted it to be a little harder. I mean, even with armor, man, he knocks you around pretty good. He can't kill me. I mean, I've got pretty good armor on, but boy, he can't knock me around. But you can see with this one how much further out it goes, and it handles mana a lot better, a lot more mana than the previous two do. Now, you know, this one handles the absolute most. This one handles more or less, but it still handles more than that one. Let's go sleep real quick because, yeah, this is not a protected area. Haven't made that flower yet. Well, I can see him coming over there. See him over there by our little guy thing. So that is your mana spreaders. Depending on how much you're putting out, you can get away with less. Like these don't, this little contraption right here, these are all the night blooms and the day blooms and the hydrangeas. There's just one pool of water underneath here, under this level. Just kind of came up with this. And you can see it's not doing too bad. But when you look at how much it's collecting and how slowly it's collecting it, that's pretty slow. And this one over here is identical, just in reverse on the placement. If that makes any sense. But you keep hearing this. I don't know if you can hear the clicking, but what that is these areas down below. If I can get down. Hello. Am I not on it? Truce. Did it break? Oh, no, there we go. Now I changed over to this system instead of the computer, and I'll tell you why. I've been having real problems with like chunk loading, and the only chunk loader in this pack is from my MFR, I believe, and it, as far as I can tell, it doesn't work. Really, I mean, it doesn't work like I think a chunk loader should work. It does allow me to be in other dimensions and still throw things in my inner pouch, but like these flowers, if I'm not around here, they will not consume the blaze rod. So the computer would just keep running and dropping them and running and dropping. So, you know, I'd come back and there'd be 2 stacks of blaze rods right here. This system, it just if this thing doesn't get, if the blaze rod doesn't get sucked up, it doesn't drop another one, unless it's like that and it just kind of fell off the edge there. But with this particular system, I found out I can run 15 of these flowers, the endo flames, at a time. I can't do any more than that just because the timing doesn't allow more than 15 to pick it up. Now, range-wise, yeah, you could do probably 30, but because of the timing, it will only do 15. Okay, that make any sense? It just won't spit them out fast enough just because of the delay to do with this particular system. Now, like I said, you could do the computer or whatever. So I have this one, and now if I can get out, come on, there we go. Those are another little item. They're called an abstruse platform. You can camouflage these to look like whatever you want. I think that's pretty cool. And we got another one over here. If I can, am I in the right spot? Nope. There we go. Come on. They're not easy to hit. There we go. So we have another one over here, and this is how I know I can only do 15, is this little thing right here. I had this all loaded up, and it would only keep 15 going at a time. I've only got 14 in both of them, just for the looks. I didn't like that extra one sitting out, but this is how I know, because it just constantly keeps these fueled, but it just didn't stick around long enough to get the others. So I have 9 more just kind of sitting around. This one is a little deeper. This one was a little higher to start, but I lowered it. And the way this works, oh, and I'm not using the crate anymore, just because the crate, when it drops, whatever it drops down, it doesn't get picked up for a little while. Okay, so like if you drop something from that crate, if it were to drop and fall on this pressure plate, it would be a few seconds before it was allowed to be picked up by anything. There's a flower called like a hopper hawk, which basically is a hopper, a vacuum hopper sort of thing. That keeps that hopper hawk from being able to suck it up. So that delay was screwing this up. So I just got rid of it. But because a dropper will shoot it, out, not just straight down, I just added these brick covers. Now you'll notice they're kind of out one. You can put them flush but every time I would restart the game, it would just start shooting them out. It was like it was bouncing off those, but if you just move them out one like that, then it works fine. There's no problems with it then. You notice it may be a little quieter. I added some sound mufflers to the blaze farm that's below here, just to kind of keep it just from hearing all that noise. Now, you'll notice I'm actually producing more mana than I can store right now, and you'll see that little point off in the distance. Because this thing has now got nowhere to put mana, it's just bypassing it, and I guess it's just shooting it off into space. So we're just kind of losing that one. When we're not using any mana, we're just losing it, which kind of sucks. But you notice these little sparkly things? These are called sparks. I guess does it really show up sparks? And these two, you'll notice they have a little emblem on them. Sparks are kind of like a wireless network for mana. It doesn't work on everything, but you can do it with like machines and mana pools, I guess. You can kind of share mana between mana pools. Haven't got that figured out exactly. I put a dominant one on both of these guys because it's supposed to drain from pools with sparks on it until they're full. Those things were full already when I put the spark on there, and they drain these completely out. So I'm not gonna do that again. But these dispersive ones, what they do, and this is kind of neat, is they'll recharge anything that's in your inventory that holds a mana charge. Okay. Like I've got a mana tablet right here, and I have figured out a mana tablet is about half a mana pool. So two of these will drain or fill a mana pool. Okay, just so you know what that is. But on our baubles, I have a greater mana band, so that will, if it's low and I come into the area, it charges that up. But if we take this mana tablet out here right now, let me back up a little bit so we can kind of see the effect of you'll know you're getting charged up because you just pull that in, and then it shoots all that power from the mana pools over to you, and that's pretty cool. And it doesn't have to be on your keybar, or yeah, it just needs to be in your inventory. And you see it's already filled up. It was probably been filled up for a while, but so that gives us a full mana pool right there, and or a mana tablet real quick, or fills up whatever. Like if you had I haven't made any of the tools or stuff yet. I've really been focusing on kind of getting this mana network together. So, but the other thing I want to show you is this terrestrial, let's say this together, agglomeration plate. Where do they get the names for this stuff, man? I know they're sitting around going, okay, no, this is what I could call it. Either that or they're just digging through like engineering textbooks. But this is the way you need to make TerraSteel now. I haven't made any TerraSteel armor, but you do need a TerraSteel for the Gaia summoning over there. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. But to make TerraSteel, it's not too hard. You need the mana steel ingot. You need a mana diamond and a mana pearl. Now, a mana diamond is just a diamond that you drop in a mana pool. So you just come over here and drop it in there, and the same thing with the mana pearl. Yeah, you just come over here and drop it in there, and it shoots back into your inventory the mana version. Now this is a pretty neat mechanic with this mod. You've got to drop these onto the only one you need to really click things onto is the crafting table, which is the runic something or other, runic altar, which I don't have placed permanently. I just can't find a good spot for it, and I'm still working on this area a little bit. But you need to drop it on here. Now this has got a spark on it, you can see, so that means it ties into those. And if you just right click this, it shows you, see the little beams, it shows you where it's going to pull from. Pretty neat, right? So you can kind of see that it's going to connect to those. And if we just come over here, and we don't want to be too close so it doesn't we don't suck it back up. And if you have any sort of magnet, get rid of it over here. This is a bad mod to have any sort of magnet. It's just because everything you have to drop, and if it gets sucked right back to you, it can get a little frustrating. So we're just gonna. This is a pretty cool effect. So we're gonna drop these real quick and then step back. So we're gonna drop those, and it's actually got a pretty neat sound too. And that's a piece of Terra steel. Now that used to be on older versions, you had to have like a beacon set up to do that, but this is what you need to use now. And of course that explains this all in the book. I can't stress how good I think this book is. What a great job and a long time that they took to the mod author took to write that out, man. I mean, he's even got some little funny stuff in there. Now, once you make your portal to Alfheim, the very first thing you want to do is throw your lexicon through there, and immediately he's going to throw it back to you. And when you get it, there'll be new entries in it. So if we go look at, no, not that one, mana manipulation, you'll notice there's new ones. They're green. Those are your elven entries into your lexicon. So if we go, I don't think there's anything under. There's no new on generation. I think there's some new stuff under functional in there. Nope, functional is pretty much the same, which is too bad. I think there's a lot they could add. But if you go to mystical items, you can see there's some few more. You can make. I haven't done it yet. You can make zombie and skeleton horses with this. So I definitely have got to do that. Gives you a bunch of new baubles. Gives you, oh yeah, you can fly with this thing and gives you wings and stuff. Of course, we can already fly, but if you don't have it, of course, that you can go that route. But it gives you a bunch of new stuff. Now, these, of course, are not beginning of the game sort of items. You're not going to have these really quickly. You will have to build up quite a bit in resources if you're starting out fresh from this pack. Takes a lot of iron, mana steel, that kind of stuff. A lot of wood and stone, of course, for the living wood and living stone. The flowers that I have made, well, let's go take a look at this one over here first. Wasn't prepared to record right now. I just, everybody left, and I said, shoot, man, let me get like 5 minutes. There was a mana pool right here, and this little sucker, the Jaded man. Yeah, that one right there. This one will grow flowers. You can kind of see in a 9x9 section around it when you have a little mana pool behind it. I pulled the mana pool off for that other experiment we were doing over there. So this is pretty cool if you don't have a biome that, like me, I started in a world that didn't have this original growth, so I have to go, way into unloaded chunks or new chunks to find these flowers. But I've got a ton of them now, but this was just to make sure I can grow them here. What, I have another one. Could have sworn I grew another one. Didn't I grow another? Oh, yeah. Floating Rosa. Well, it's just a Rosa something or other. Rosa Arcana. Rosa Arcana. This one is kind of neat. If you have, this would be kind of a good early game when you don't have the setup for a lot of mana, but you do have like maybe a little generic mob farm. This one takes experience, so you do have to get on top of it. And if you look down at my experience bar, it's slowly sucking off my experience and turning it into mana. See that? So if you had like a little mob farm, like in my Mage Quest world, I found one of those Thaumcraft temples like right near spawn, and it has a zombie and a skeleton spawner in it. Of course, all of them do. And I was able to get quite a bit out of that. Alrighty, got interrupted, but we're back. But I am going to end the episode right here. I do appreciate everyone coming by. There's just so much to talk about. I would have to do, an hour and a half long video. But we'll get to the rest of it in the next episode. Until then, if you have any questions, comments, now's a good time to put them in there. And you can always help me out by sharing this video out amongst the interwebs. But don't forget to rate the video, like it, don't like it, and if you are a non-subscriber, that's really the best way to know. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm not. I just do this for fun and enjoyment, and hopefully to spread a little bit of knowledge along to others. So subscribing is really the best way to know when I do put out another video, because it'll alert you, let you know that I've got one up. So guys, I appreciate you coming by, and until next time, I feel like it's Christmas or we're in Las Vegas right here. There should be like a roulette table right here. All right, guys, have fun. I will see y'all later.